Okay, go.
Welcome to Pack a Lunch. Today we're doing some chicken Chinese food. We're doing chicken lo mein, chicken fried rice, and sweet and sour chicken balls. So we've already gotten started by cutting 2 boneless skinless chicken pieces into small bits and marinating them for about an hour and a half in half a cup of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and some lemon juice. So normally the recipe calls for vinegar or rice wine vinegar. I don't have any. It's Sunday. I can't go to the store and buy any. So I just use a little bit of lemon juice for the acidity. So we're going to start by making the lo mein.
I'm going to start by opening a beer.
So we're going to start by making making a sauce for it. So what we're going to do is we're going to make 1 1/4 cup of chicken broth. So you're going to start boiling water. However you want to make chicken broth, there's various ways to do it.
We do it the way in which there's water boiling in a pot.
Take this chicken breast. This is going to be our chicken balls, and cut them up into smaller but decent sized chunks. Because we're going to get started on the chicken balls. So for the lo mein sauce, you're going to get a 1 1/4 cups of chicken broth, a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. Looks like a wet tongue. Oyster. It's real shellfish.
Oyster? I don't even know her.
And to get the 1/4 cup of soy sauce, it's kind of a pain in the ass. That's the soy sauce, but there's more I can do. There's more I'm going to need to do, so you're just going to pour this into a bowl. So once the broth is made, you can reduce the heat on that. Actually 2 teaspoons of sugar, I guess.
You're taking lots of medicine. Chicken bits.
Big pot.
Fill it full of water. Boil it on high. So it'll boil faster.
So lo mein has noodles. You can use linguine for it. You can use ramen noodles. We're using just a packaged chow mein noodles that you just boil till they're softened, and that's it.
We added another cup of water there.
To our soy sauce mixture, we're going to put a tablespoon of oyster sauce. Oyster sauce, 2 tablespoons of that. It just gives it a salty taste. And for a little bit of acidity,
Salt, give it a salty taste.
a lot of Asian cooking uses oyster sauce or fish sauce in it. A tablespoon of lemon juice. A little bit more maybe. A squeeze of lemon. A tablespoon of cornstarch. And I'm going to get Steve to whisk that until it's all dissolved.
Whiskey business.
And a little bit of olive oil.
Spare you not 1 moment of this.
And some black pepper. If you want it a little bit more thicker, you can throw another tablespoon or half a tablespoon of cornstarch in there. We'll set this aside. So now we're going to make the batter for the chicken balls. We're going to do a cup of flour. We're also going to do a cup of cornstarch.
Really favoring the cornstarch in this one. Tony Starch is Iron Chef. Which is which? You be the judge.
You'll add 2 teaspoons of baking powder and 2 teaspoons of baking soda. Not the same thing, by the way.
No, one of them helps your submarine sink, and the other does not.
If you have garlic powder, use garlic powder. If you have garlic salt, use garlic salt. We're going to do a bit of garlic salt.
How much is a bit?
Just a sprinkle.
How much is a sprinkle?
A dollop. You're waiting for that to go
Yeah, I
in
was
there.
waiting.
2 teaspoons of sugar. We're using cane sugar. It's just what I have, but white sugar works the same. You mix that up. Just make sure the powder's all kind of mixed together, because then we're going to add a little bit of water.
1 1/3 cups.
That, and it should make like a doughy paste type deal. A little thicker than pancake batter. And now we fry.
That's my favorite part.
So Steve, dollop those in the batter and drop them in.
Dollop is now a verb.
Yeah. Mix it all in. Wait till it stops dripping a little bit. And
Then pop it in. To avoid them from sticking to the bottom of the tray, it's good to put them in slowly with tongs. Problem is it'll stick to the tongs also. But you get a rhythm for it.
And while Steve gets his rhythm, we're going to cook the noodles. So you just take the bag and dump it in the hot water. And just cook them until they're soft. So now I'm going to start cutting the veggies. So if you have a wok, use a wok. I don't have a wok, so I'm going to use a deep pan like this. Broccoli, celery, green onions, onions if you want, and mushrooms. So you're going to put a little bit of oil in your pan. Let it heat up.
So you want to make sure that your meat turns out white. Cut a tester open.
The main important part. So now you take your marinated chicken and you put it in. And we're going to leave a little bit for the rice.
Moderation.
Lo mein chicken cooking. And there's noodles. They are almost done. You can always taste them, and when they're soft all the way through, they're done. So when your noodles are done, you're going to drain them.
Yeah, don't use the tongs.
What?
They suck. Here's the edit. Instead of using tongs, use a fork. Get your fella all immersed in the batter with the tongs. And set it onto your fork, as it'll stick to both sides of this. Set it in here gently until it starts to cook without sticking to the basket, and then use the tongs to just peel it off the fork. A little bit easier. And your balls turn out to be more ball-y. Another thing to note when you're frying the stuff is when you're frying chicken, a good indication that it's done is that it will float, and also it turns a nice golden brown. It's all white on the inside.
So now we're going to put our vegetables into the lo mein chicken. Whatever vegetables you want. Again, it's your food. You know what you like. And just let them cook a little bit. At this point, add ginger. After you've had the vegetables, add some ginger to your mixture. And after the ginger settles a little, you're going to add your noodles.
They look like those pods from Gremlins. You know when you get them, or feed them after midnight?
Your sauce that you made before, you're going to put it on a little bit of heat.
This guy, remember?
While this is cooking, your noodles and stuff, you're going to turn to low heat. Right now I'm thickening up the lo mein sauce that we set aside by the usual method. And you want it about as thick as a thin gravy. So now we're just going to dump this on there. And you're going to cook this on medium to low heat for about 10 minutes.
Alright, Rob's gonna go on the rice, I'm gonna do some dishes.
So, rice, once again, you can use instant rice, Uncle Ben's Premium. Follow the instructions, cook however much rice you want.
So we had to charge the battery, but all we did was cut up some vegetables, as Rob mentioned earlier. Add them to our rice, stir it up, stir in the pot. Now we put some oil in a pan, because we're going to fry up our chicken to add to our fried rice. We're talking about this guy.
You just add the rice and the vegetables to the chicken. Stir until it's all mixed together. Fry for a little bit. And then you're done.
This is one of those things we don't time. It's not of the essence. You do want it cooked, but...
Yeah, chicken lo mein is all ready. Ours came out a little darker than it should, but it still tastes great.
Another cameo, our plates of chicken balls. On our plate, we're adding a little sauce. A little bit of sweet and sour sauce. Food. Pack a lunch.
Three,
Yeah.
two.
Okay.
Welcome to back. I can't do it. I just can't. I can't do it.
Hold on, squiggles.
So normally the recipe.
You got a fix for that?
Nope.